Hi, everyone. So I had a question about Google Sites and publishing and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you a little about that, right? So let's go ahead and we'll jump into my drive and we'll actually go into the folder. Let's see here for syllabi. And so you'll see like there's my landing page that links out to all my other pages, right? That are there. And so this is where I'm keeping all of the documents for you all. So let's go ahead and go down. This is the one that's the Google site, right? And just remember that I had said, if you need to get to Google Sites, you can go down here and go to more. And then there's Google Sites, right? Or whatever the hamburger, the domino, I don't know what else people are calling it, right? Is up here and you can hit that too. And you can go to sites. So you keep it all in a folder and it lives there right after you make it. Okay, so let's go ahead with this one. So I'm going to make a copy of it, just like I would have you do that, right? And so we'll create a copy of it. It does take a second, so be patient with it because I think, it's a lot more data than just like a Google Doc. Okay, so we have this now. We're in the edit mode right now, okay? So let's go ahead and name it. We can name it like, I don't know, math class. Okay. Okay, we're going to go up here. We're going to name it math class. Okay, it's me. Hi, I am the problem. Just kidding. Little Taylor Swift joke. Okay, so what are we going to do to view this in different ways? So I'm going to show you a couple of things here. This guy right here, he's the preview. So I talked about this, that you're able to go in and preview it so you can see what it's going to look like on a tablet, a computer. I always set the banner up to look good on a computer. You can't have a banner that is like perfect on the computer, tablet, and phone in this. It's just the way it is. So I go with computer, but it doesn't matter too much. Okay. So this is what it looks like in here if you are on a tablet. And then so you're able to see that you can still like navigate up at the top, right? You can scroll down and look at different things. So now we can see what it looks like on a tablet, and then you can go over and look at what it looks like on a phone. Sorry, just set the plug in real quick. So yeah, so you can see that, and now you know how to do preview. You can hit this little X and you can get out of it. Okay. So then right now it's not published. So can't copy a link for unpublished site. So you got to publish the site first. So if now like you're ready and you're ready to publish it, you can hit this button right here and you can publish it. Okay. Some stuff comes up and you can say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to name it math class. Well, what this does is like up at the top, this is going to like be the end of your link. So you see right there, it says sites, google.com, mpc.edu. It's going to be math class, right? So I might name it like, business ethics, something like that. I don't know. And then you can see who can see it. Now it usually defaults to MPC, and then people have to log in to see it. Super obnoxious. So you have to remember to go and fix that. But when I was in here a minute ago, it wasn't defaulting to that. It's defaulting to public now. So maybe somebody told IT to do this or something. I have no idea. So it's public right now. When you publish it, that way people don't have to log in, right? But I'm going to teach you a trick about that, is that if you ever want to test that, I keep two browsers open. So I'll have Chrome open and I'll have Edge open, and I'll be logged in on Chrome, but I won't be logged in on Edge. And I just take my links over to see what the students are going to see. And so that's just an easy way without having to like log out and stuff like that to test that. So it's a little hack from my computer IT days, is using multiple browsers, right? Okay, so this first one, this is if you wanted, like, let's say you're like, Lindsay, I really want you to go in and can you show me how to do like this, right? So you would invite me from that, right? And that's an edit one, so that's your draft. Okay, so that means I can edit. If it's the published site, like for your students, that's this one, right? So it's set right now to public instead of MPC. I love that. And then that's because it's in the folder. I think I just put together, it's in the folder that I already made public. So because it lives in the folder, that's why. Okay, so make your folder public with the link and it'll default to that. And so this one, like if you wanted to say like, hey, anyone with a link, or maybe it's somebody, or it's Monterey Peninsula College, and then it's a viewer as of right now, you'd have to change it to an editor if you wanted like me to edit it or something like that. You don't ever want to make that public though, because then the students are going to go in there and mess with your stuff. Okay, so that's how you do that, right? So how do we get the link? Well, we have to hit publish. Okay, and now we have the link. So this is copying the publish link. Okay. And sorry, you can go ahead and you can test it. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and then that's what the students are going to see, right? All right. Let's go back and I'll show you. You can add people into it and go back into that. And it's the same thing as the share settings. This is, like I said, you have the two different types of share settings, right? Anytime you make changes, you have to hit publish in order to do that. So let's go back and let's say, I'm going to make the instructor Taylor Swift. And I have to hit publish if I want to publish the changes. So it shows you over here like, hey, you drafted it, but this is what's currently published. Are you sure you want to do that? And then you hit publish. Ta-da! Okay, so now it's published, and that's what you see. That's what the student's going to see. So anytime you make changes, you have to hit publish, okay? And then just remember, I was saying that like these are the different places that you can go in here to do it. So I think that's probably it for that. You can do all kinds of different things over here and mess with it, right? There's the text box, and you can make buttons, and just remember that you have a back button. If you mess something up and you're not happy about it, like, oops, I had deleted that, right? You can just hit back and it'll come back, right? So don't forget about that. That's your best friend. I loaded those colors in for you that I told you about. And then like you have your palette over here. So let's say you want to do like, you want to change the background on one of the sections. Just remember, if you do it dark and stuff like that, it can mess with people if they're using screen readers. You don't want to do things that are going to be hard for people to read, which is why I keep the white background. That's with purpose. You can duplicate a section right here, right? There's so many different things that you can do in here, and you can mess around with it. So these are like the pages. If you're like, I don't like having pages, you know, you can get rid of the pages. You can pick a theme. You can do all kinds of things. Upload images. You can embed things down here. You can put your calendar in. You can link a doc in. For the syllabus, I try to keep it pretty chill, right? You can put a divider in. This is the button. So you saw on the front that it like I made a button. Let's go up and I'll show you. It was on the first page. And you remember down at the bottom, I made a button that you can go straight to logo apps. So yeah. Okay. I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, I'm happy to hang out and work with you on Google Sites.